What's 15 years of drawing taught me to go from this to that. There we go. My name is Arya. I'm 20 years old and I've drawn since I was 5. And today I'm gonna teach you what I've learned to help you improve your art journey as an artist. So here we go. Firstly, you need to choose your medium. What is a medium? Is the art supplies that you use to express yourself, to draw some drawings. For example, I choose a dry medium. That's include pen, pencil, some medium that don't requires delay to be used for strokes. If you think slow like me, you need time to think, to make choices. You will choose a dry medium to improve your time of drawing. If you think faster, you will have to choose a wet medium like watercolor to slow down your thinking, to be more precise about your strokes. So after you choose your medium, you will have to stick with it and master it before choosing another medium. If you master a medium, you will have to test another medium beside your principal one to see if it completed, if you can implement it to your principal medium. That's it for you, the medium. You have to choose one. Choose wisely. Okay, the second advice that I can give you is to see your drawing as the truth that you have, not as if anybody's truth. If your drawing is bad, admit it and try to progress from it. I've seen a bunch of artists that comment on my post to try to rate it, to give it a number, rate it on the scale of 10, and I usually don't respond because what's the point, bro? If you want to ask for others to improve your drawing, you need to ask artists about their advice and what they did. You need to ask about perspective, about anatomy, about 3D shapes, but you don't need to ask about numbers. That will give you nothing but numbers. Third advice is that art is not a number. I've seen a bunch of artists today online that post a drawing, and anybody that's passing through their page see a bunch of numbers, and that's just subjective, bro. Art isn't defined by a number, it's defined by the artist that made it. That's how you can rate your art. If you love it, that's how passionately you did it, but that's not how it's rated. If you really want to rate your art, it's only about you but not about others. The fifth, I don't know what to say, the fifth 5 advice: time is currency. Less time equals more drawing. If you draw for less but you draw more drawings, it will give you more data to improve your overall style. Let me explain. If you have one good drawing that you put all your effort in, you will logically put more hours on it, right? Imagine how many drawings you could have done instead of focusing on only one drawings. You see, instead of choosing one drawings to do, you need to be faster and to do more drawings, to have more data, and maybe when you're ready, do a full masterpiece to test your improvement. With more drawings, you will be able to localize which areas are lacking and which are not, which are your power as an artist, your value as an artist. Maybe it's strokes, maybe it's a way of lining, maybe it's the color that you use. Just produce more art to try to localize your power as an artist. The sixth advice that you have to put on your art journal is that you only need one stroke to start a drawing. When you have art block and you're stuck between choosing references and overwhelmed by the choice and you write, you just have to start by one stroke, then another stroke, and then the flow goes on. The hard thing to do is just to put your damn pencil on the paper. That's the only thing that you need to do to start drawing. Maybe don't even choose a reference if it's bothering you. Just know that there's a friction and the start that you need to delay to help you start your drawing. Seventh advice is to stop hesitating. If you have one good drawing and one bad drawing that you have to choose, you will choose the good drawing. If you have one references and another that's seemingly the same, it's more difficult. But you need to know that as an artist, you have an instinct inside you and you need to follow it, because art is subjective. It's really only about you. The capacity of choosing is really important as an artist, because it will define your value as an artist. If you have big balls and you put them on the table, you will be more evaluated than someone who doesn't choose the references, who is struggling to choose. You need to have a critical thinking as an artist. And last advice that I can give you as an artist is that you need to enjoy your art. I know it's difficult these days to enjoy your art, because you need to overproduce it to post it on social media, and that can be very strongly, I agree. But the thing about art is that it's only a discussion about you and yourself. You only see yourself and your drawing, and it's important to love yourself and the way of art. Enjoy the process before another one. You only think about drawing for others when you can't draw for yourself. Draw for yourself before drawing for others. So that's it. Now you have my eight points to become a more respectable artist, improve your art journey overall, and to progress into your drawings. Thanks for watching. Comment below which are your worst habits, your bad habits at art for the next video. So thanks for watching. See you soon. Don't forget to draw today.